Hello, crafters. This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and it is June 1st. You know what that means? A fabulous new release for the Kit Club at Spellbinders. Oh, this one, if you love anything with marine life or just a fabulous bottle die, this die alone is like, got me so excited. This is the collection for you. There is so much goodness in here. Can you tell by the excitement? Spellbinders sent all these goodies for me to play with, which I'm so thankful for. The only thing I don't have from the Kit Club is the quick and easy cards, okay? But I will put a link for the Kit Club, then also the value kits. Always look at the value kits because the value kits will bundle these at a special price. Everything here, free shipping, except the add-on, okay? But I'll talk about that when I get to it. This particular release, if you are loving so many bits and pieces with what I'm going to show you, then I would highly recommend getting the total package, which is everything here except the add-on, okay? But that would be $100 and free shipping, and you're going to get everything nice bundled deal. And this one is fabulous on so many levels. Even the stamp set, you don't color, the sentiments alone you can still work with the coordinating die. If you are a current Kit Club member, you have until the 4th to make a decision on this club. Let's say last month you only bought the large die of the month, but now you're like, oh my gosh, I want everything. You can cancel your subscription. You can only do the new subscription on the 6th. And everybody else, if you have never done Kit Club before and you're like, wow, this one is fabulous, summer is coming, and this would just be fantastic to make all sorts of cards, whether you're doing it for somebody who loves fishing, boating, cruising, vacation. I did this one like a Father's Day card. So it can translate into anything. Fabulous. Just trust me, that bottle, it just so inspiring. And everything else too. Embossing folder as well. New Kit Club orders. You can place your order between the 6th and the 27th. If you're like looking at this, you start seeing a lot of videos, Instagram posts. Don't wait until the end, closer to the 27th, because all these items are limited supply. So if you can't do it now, maybe around the 15th or the 16th, 17th, right there, I would do it then. I wouldn't wait until the 24th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Trust me, I've done it myself in the past. That's why I'm telling you, don't wait until the end, because you'll go to the page and you won't see that add to cart anymore. That means that is sold out. This is going to sell out, okay? Alrighty, crafters. After I just did that little bit of housekeeping, let's get started. First up, let's start off with one of the value kits I used to purchase all the time, which is small die of the month, large die of the month, Glimmer. You can also just do these two if you don't want to do Glimmer. This is the Glimmer add-on. This is a separate item. It is not included in the Kit Club. So if you're going to purchase this one, it's not going to be free shipping. This would go in with a regular order. Let's say you want to purchase the new Spellbinders Better Press to pre-order. Yeah, I have it. Fabulous. So you could then get this, add the add-on, which is the Sending Wave Sentiments Glimmer plate. And we'll talk about this in a second because this is fabulous. And then you check out, regular checkout, okay? With shipping. Or if you want to get cardstock and so on, but this is separate. But this works fabulously with this set. All right, so let's start off with, yes, my favorite. I love this one so much. That bottle got me. This is like pure excitement with this little set right here. This is the large die of the month, and it's called Whale in a Bottle. Ooh, here's your whale. It comes together very easily. This is the part that's white. This is all the part that's black. Notice 3 pieces. They're all welded together, so you're not going to lose these little parts. Bottle topper. Bottleneck. Here is the bottle. Let me give you a measurement. 5.5 by 3 3/4. It's a A2 in terms of it being 5.5 inch tall, but it's not going to give you the full 4 1/4 inch wide, okay? Let me show you my example while I'm here. Why not? LOVE. I was having a ball with this set. This is a 5x7 card. It's my Father's Day card. That says Best Dad. You could put anything here. That's the beauty of this little tag, which comes in the set. You have your sea life, which is like the coral, seaweeds, this little rock. So cute. Did some Distress Oxide here. This is Hero Arts Sand embossing powder. I'm just putting the name here on the screen. I will link it below. A fabulous embossing powder because it's giving me that look of the bottom of the ocean. And then here I did my little rocks. And there's a water, there's a whale, everything else. We're going to talk about this cardstock because now this is a prime example of all of Spellbinders' beautiful blue cardstock. If you have it, pull it out and I'll tell you exactly what is here because I could tell from their example. Here, you could add, if you wish, splash like little bits of water, but because of my positioning, I didn't add it here. I thought it would have been too busy up here, but it's available for my next card. Just love this. In the inside of the little tag, you could put hi or for you. This right here, that is the layers for the waves. I love it so much. And then I tell you, this little topper here, fabulous, fabulous. And in the background, if you're like drooling over this embossing folder, in the embossing folder club, it's a stunner. It is a true stunner. This one is a 3D embossing folder and it's called Scattered Shells. L-O-V-E with capital letters. This is so fabulous. I used it more than once. It's just everything nautical. You get shells, starfish, coral. There. It is so good. And it's an oversized embossing folder, 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. Remember, this is a 3D embossing folder. You would use a universal plate system if you have it to emboss this beauty on navy cardstock and then gently rub with some white pigment ink. Yeah, I went there. Just love, love, love. If you do the white pigment ink treatment like I did, remember, take a microfiber cloth and buff it afterwards. But look at this card. Oh, I so love it. All right. Let me stop my excitement over the card. My first example is made from the packaging. Remember, when you get your packaging, especially for something like this, in the back of it, you'll see, I'll pop the picture here because I had to use that as a reference point. And from the time I saw it, I knew what colors were being used. This is a great example of playing with Glacier cardstock. So love. Glacier is here in the sky. Next favorite from Spellbinders, Raindrop. Love Raindrop. Raindrop came back in stock. I told you guys about it. Guess what? Sold out again. Put yourself to be notified if you want to get at least one pack of it. This, I'm only using this much of it. Just a little section, okay? And I did put some Salty Ocean Distress Oxide just on the edges, just to kind of darken up the ocean. Another favorite of mine, Partly Cloudy. Partly Cloudy is here in the waves. Could this have been here? Sure, why not? You can change it up. This is a fabulous, fabulous combination of blues at Spellbinders that I've talked about more than once. Just talking about it now because if you're loving this and you're going to get it and you want to do the colors as I saw in their example, I knew exactly when I saw it what it was. That's how much I use the Spellbinders cardstock. I can visually pick it out. Next, and they give you a list anyway of what's used. Cosmic Sky, right here. Just white cardstock there. Then on the top with the bottle here, that little bottleneck, this piece, that is brushed silver cardstock. I just wanted a different color than the browns that I have going on here. This is Dune actually, and that's Timber, Spellbinders cardstock as well. And then lastly, outside of the bottle. So you can cut the bottle, then cut this inner piece, and then you layer it on the top. That is one of my new favorites that I keep talking about, Fog. Fog is so good because she is not white. She's like, you have a whole paint bucket of white paint and you put a drop of gray in it and you mix it. That's what Fog is. She's just so fabulous. If white is too stark white for your project, consider bringing Fog in just to add something. Because here it's adding like a shadow of the bottle because it's not too gray, it's not too dark, but it's light enough. It's just a fabulous color. If you're curious about it, get a pack and play and you'll be like, oh, I see what Suzanne was talking about. Yeah, she's a great foundation. Even here, fabulous. And she works well with all these colors, including that navy and pinks and reds. Just winner, winner, this one. And lastly, see that I am talking about cardstock. If you are like, okay, I'm going to get a few cardstock. This is another one that I bought a pack of this and I wasn't using it. Of course, I reached for Fog first. There's a project or two that I'm making. I'll show you guys later, but I just wanted to show you in case you are thinking about getting some cardstock. This is a good one too. Silver Fox, which I know looks almost cream, doesn't it? It's like a silver cream. It's just interesting. This pairs very well with one of the rolls in the satin metallic hot foil. That's a project that I have coming. And when I noticed it, I was like, oh. And then I'm reaching for it too now. I had it there, sitting there. Poor thing was just waiting on me like, hey, you did buy me. Use me. So, finally decided. But the blues, this is a prime example of using all of the luscious Spellbinders blue cardstock. I'm telling you, fabulous, 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 fabulous. And I bought all that cardstock. The only thing that was sent to me was 1 package of fog, but I had already bought 4 packages of fog. Oh, let's talk about right here. This little neck, that's the little neck to put on the tag. In the tag, I have Best Dad. Oh, crafters, I'm so excited I can't find anything. If I seem scattered, I was just dying to show you guys this because I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to love this bottle so much. I'm telling you, don't wait till the 27th to talk about, oh, let me get that large die of the month. Once the kit club is sold out, you're going to have to wait, probably going into not July, but August, and then you're going to pay full price for this and then shipping too. Keep all these little things in mind, okay? Best Dad. That is from the We All Dance Sentiment stamp set. Love. Here is my whale. I was going to do the whale in just black cardstock, but I pulled out some black glossy cardstock, and there's my whale. Isn't that fabulous? On white cardstock. So black glossy is like so playing a role in this. For this top part and here, I'm using my Sizzix adhesive sheets, okay? I know you guys haven't seen me talk about this in a while. It raised in price. I don't always reach for it like before. I use glue on some things. Then other things, Sizzix adhesive sheets for these small bits, and right here, okay? And here too for the top. I will link it below as well. Layered up all the goodness. Popped up the whole bottle off the base of this wonderful embossing folder. Scattered shells. So love. And if you can't do certain things, the embossing folders, these have a low price point. And you can just pick one or the other. Winner. Winner, winner, winner. Then to finish off the whole thing, I use some opal gems right here to represent the water droplets. So instead of using, I could have gone this way, I went this way. Why not? It does look like little bubbles in the ocean. I had a blast with this one. You can tell. I was having a moment playing. Just excited. Exciting with this one. Love. Whale in a bottle dies, complemented with scattered shells. Okay. Next, small die of the month. Small die of the month is Dancing Octopus and Friends. Dancing Octopus is going to give you this. See the little legs moving? I love this stuff. You just don't know. There is nothing better than a cute interactive card. This also dances too if you want to do the jellyfish. See that little circle right there? That's the part that gives you that mechanism to do the swing. How you do it? Get some circular foam dots. If you have only square, cut the little square corners and try to make it as circular as possible to then put in here. And then you put this on top of it. And that's how you get the "we are dancing in the streets" look. This octopus, as you can see, is purple with black. She is inspired by Ursula from Little Mermaid. New Little Mermaid movie. So I went purple underneath it, darker purple. And then in the back, that is brushed black cardstock for the legs. Here, that move. Isn't that cute? So from the side, you can see the mechanism. This is on an A2 card base. I wanted to highlight the octopus. If I had gone bigger, then I would have probably put in all the extras. But guess what? I have it here for my next card. I have more sea life, jellyfish, a sign. And with the sign, you get the top here for the sign. You could put yay or hey, and you get a starfish. I don't want to put anything here to block the movement of my legs. So I wanted to just feature Ursula hanging out. In the background, this is the 2D embossing folder of the month, and this is called Splish Splash. I love that name so much. It was reminding me of the song, Splish Splash, I was taking a bath. I know, I'm having a moment. I love this collection. I have been dying to show it to you guys. Dying. So this is on waterfall cardstock at Spellbinders. That's a beautiful aqua. Because I didn't want everything to be blue. I decided to change up this colorway and go with a turquoisey ocean look just to play. You could bring this over here, sure, and play with it that way and change these layers. I saw an example of somebody doing this in pink. I was like, oh, next card. When I saw that, I was like, oh, pink. Oh, this is like pinks and corals is so cute and girly and fun. To house my little dancing octopus, I used Essential Hexy Gems dies. Love, just layered up 2 of them, put black on the bottom. Then on the top, I took some Bristol Smooth cardstock, did some ink blending again with Distress Oxide, Salvage Patina, Peacock Feathers, and some white splatter and water splatter in the background, okay? Then I used the Splish Splash with that awesome detail. And then on the top here, where you see the sentiment, that is from Clear Stamp of the Month. You can get Clear Stamp only or Clear Stamp and die. I suggest that if you're going to do one, just for a few dollars more, not a lot more, get the die with it. So do the set. I will link below Clear Stamp, and then I'll put Clear Stamp and die combo. Combo better because you're getting the dies to also cut around the words and everything else. You'll see in my other example that I did more of that. So here I have What Are You Up To? Heat embossed right here. Isn't that cute? Pop this off of the base, which is black cardstock. So black is like the contrast of this card. If I did white, I think it would have blended too much with this color. So I did black to just give you that true contrast. Here is Crystal Mixed Gems, just to finish it off. And that's my dancing octopus. So you can get a pack of these little circular foam pop dots, craft store, and keep a pack just for this. Look for the smaller sizes. This is roughly under 1/4 of an inch, okay? Like super small. Fabulous. So much fun. Look at her. Ursula. Anyway, moving on. Now let's go into Glimmer of the Month. She is like the foundation, the finishing of these projects if you are stuck. It's ocean waves. And with these ocean waves, along with the whale and the octopus and the rest of the sea life, you can then create your story with this. Fabulous. I followed the example for this. First time I'm playing with it, I just needed to see how it works. And then I was like, oh, could have also used it here. Fabulous. So this will create your scene for your card. In the back is the larger wave. In the front is that smaller wave, but you can do layers upon layers. And then I have some foam here to then tuck my little whale underneath. Again, I did my whale in that black glossy foil cardstock. Cobalt blue hot foil roll, ink blended. I don't remember what I ink blended with. Just a bunch of blues from the Distress Oxide. Ink blend and then die cut. In this set, you're going to get 2 styler waves, 4 dies, and then a sentiment. Sending an ocean of thanks. 5 3/4 of an inch tall. And then 1 7/8 of an inch. I'm going from the tallest one to there. And then you can just make layers. This is great on a horizontal card because it can go 5 1/2 inch. This is an A2 card. Or you can do it this way and do the waves this way with that. So fabulous. Make a splash on your birthday. This little set, fabulous. Here is now the Glimmer add-on, which is called Sending Waves Sentiments. We have Swimming By to Say Hi with the coordinating die. You know when it has a coordinating die. I'm just like... If you're new to glimmering, you've tried it and you're like, I'm about to chuck this machine, hang in there, play with these type of sets with the coordinating die. So if you do overfoiling until you find where your machine is like coming out with perfect results, no overfoiling, no underfoiling, I always go with sentiments first when I heat up my machine, and I love when it has coordinating dies. I just think it looks fabulous. So that's just my personal thing. I always recommend this when you guys are starting out so you don't get frustrated with your machine. You'll still have something to work with when you hot foil. That's why I always say go with sentiments first, because then you'll be like, oh, I'll go again, go again, go again. Then you can try all the bigger things. Backgrounds, this hot foil fabulously too. I didn't get any overfoiling, but I know my machine, she does her own thing. She doesn't like any plates on top of her when she's heating up, things like that. Some people do all of that. Let me link that video where I talk about that type of thing here. I love you deeply. Get Whale Soon. There is Get Whale Soon. This is all in that cobalt blue hot foil roll. Why I also love sentiments, you can use little bits of hot foil. So if you cut a section and you have a little bit left, use the bits. See how small these bits are? So when you have scraps, I like to keep those little scraps. I use them for sentiments, even long, thin sentiments. Love using them. Then make a splash on your birthday. So this one I used here. I put some black cardstock underneath it, kind of did a stagger just to do a little offset. Here I did some tumbled glass in the background to represent the sky. And it's a cute top folding A2 card. Love this. Remember, separate. It's an add-on. I was having so much fun making this card. This card is my porthole. Think of a submarine with a porthole that you're looking through. And yeah, I was going for it with this one too. All right. This is the clear stamp and die of the month. And this is called What Are You Up To? I love these names. This is a high quality photopolymer stamp set. All the sentiments cut out with the coordinating die. I showed you before. What are you up to? Now we have I'll Cross the Ocean for You. This is VersaFine Clear Something Mist. I'm going to put the name here. I'll link it below too. It's a nice gray pigment ink that you can then put clear embossing powder on and heat emboss it. Look how fabulous that looks along with the brushed silver cardstock. Here's brushed silver, okay? Isn't that fabulous? Isn't that like ooh la la? And of course, in the background, you're seeing the new 3D embossing folder of the month. Oh, you'll be seeing this one over and over from me because she's just such a winner. Scattered Shells. So on this one, I used Copic markers. I did the crab in reds. I did the whale. Instead of black and gray, I decided to go blues. Think of B91 to B99. That color range is what you're seeing here. Then I was having fun with these awesome little jellyfish. They're right there. I was doing like just messing with colors using yellow, turquoise, like a BG color, and then a pink. And then I made them all iridescent looking. I was just having fun. Background. To create my porthole, I went with one of my favorites. I hope you guys have gotten some of this postage edge shapes during these sales. I have noticed, I think rectangles, I don't see it anymore. So I don't know if this is selling out. I will link them below. I'm not sure if they're going to be on sale now. Put them in your wish list at Spellbinders. If you're seeing this a lot and you're like, okay, I think I want to get it. Look at it here. Before I've used it for other things, but now I'm using it in this marine look and I think it's fabulous. So I used the largest one. This is postage edge circles. Think rectangles is sold out or something. I've not seen it for a while. 5 inches wide, okay? Then I use that inner piece. Then this inner piece does not have a cut line. So I brought in everlasting circles. This is new from Spellbinders. Fabulous. These two go together like that. And then I dropped one of the dies and I created that look to then make this shaker, which was a very easy shaker to make, because behind it, for that background, I just used another one of these. And then I took some Bristol Smooth cardstock, ink blended, salvage patina, salty ocean, and maybe chipped sapphire. Then I did some more splatter, loads and loads of splatter, water, white paint, and also some chipped sapphire as well. Then I put the whale in here, but I popped him up. There's a little bit of shaky shake, not much. But if you're looking at my whale and you're like, why does the whale look so high compared to those jellyfish? With the whale, I cut the base of the whale, this base, 3 times in dark gray cardstock, then put the colored image on top. So he is popped up within my shaker. But I told you guys I was going for it. I was like, wait a second, how can I bring him forward? At first I was thinking put him on the top. That doesn't make any sense because if you're looking outside from the inside of a submarine, you're like, you know, you want to see the whale coming by. I'm trying to give depth inside of the shaker. That's how you do it. Tell your coordinating die. Just cut 3 of this. I glued it all up so then these shaky bits would not go in there. It's going around it, but it's not going in it. And then behind the whale, I tucked that one and this one. And then created that whole scene. I'll cross the ocean for you. I love this card too. So it's a nice square card. It is, I think 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 inch wide. So I'm using the width of here to then house this whole thing with the scattered shells. Finished off with some solid silver mix. Did you see in the last sale at Spellbinders? I got my order too already. Thumbs up. But I ordered some gems because they had gems for like half off. Oh, I just ordered even more gems. So this is the solid part of silver mix gems, which I think finishes off so well. And then a little bit of iridescent sequins, but not much, because I didn't want that to be the scene. In here, what you're seeing with the sea life, that's going back to this little guy right here. This whole set, if you're looking at it and you're like, wow, it really is a comprehensive set that you can mix, match, and play, especially with these embossing folders, the dies, the glimmer, etc. Just fabulous. Now, one last thing, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm going to show you what I did, because it's probably is good to show you the bones of it. Here is the stitching die of the month, and it's called Stitch Shell Card Front Dies. You're getting a background die, which you can then double up a piece of cardstock, cut it through your die cut machine to create a card base like I did here for a shaped card. I did layers for this thing, okay? I folded white cardstock, 110 pound. You see that back there? That's navy. Navy is in the back here, solid. Then for the top, put these two together with glacier cardstock and put it on top just to have that navy peeking out here. So this is like a few layers of cardstock, and they're all 110 pounds. So they're a little heavy. So right now it's standing up, but I think once I do the stitching and everything, it's not going to stand up. I took out this piece with this and made this part. Cut this out, solid navy. That's what you're seeing here. Then on top of it, I cut this again in navy to give that frame. And then whatever I put in the middle, I'll just use this and put it in there. So there's layers to play and have fun with this set. Do you have to know how to stitch to get the stitching die? No, none at all. So here are the stitching parts. Stitching parts are going to be your shells. You're looking at like this. There's a big one here. So you could do this in any color you want, and then you add the stitching. This is not hard stitching, okay? But they go on like all the corners, etc. I'll show a picture here of the product finished. So it's just for me to stitch and finish it and put something here in the middle. I think I'm going to put something glimmer here. But isn't this fabulous? So this is stitched shell. I just wanted to show you how you can put it together. And you don't have to turn it into a shaped card. You could just put it on a regular card base. Here's a card base. You could just put it like that on a card base. Fits on an A2 card base. Fabulous, right? With the shells. Look at that. Yeah. Are you seeing it? Okay, crafters. This collection is one that if you're feeling so many things that I'm showing, this is one that you could definitely say, okay, I'm going to do total package. Because it really is just gorgeous, beautiful, interactive. The embossing folders are fabulous. The stitching die is fabulous. The stamp is fabulous. Come on, the bottle, that speaks for itself. It's just over the top fabulous. This sizing too, you could make this into a mini album too. For those of you that like shaped mini albums, winner right here. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Thank you so much for hanging in there and watching this video about the awesome June Kit Club. She is a by far winner. Just so much nautical fun. This one will help you make a ton of easy masculine cards. Speaks for itself with this collection. So if you've been struggling, and I know one viewer, she says that's what she's mostly making, here you go. You give them a card like this with the shaky shake. Oh, this is so cute. This would bring a smile to anybody. Or the little interactive to go like, oh, tilt it. And they'll be like, oh, yeah. Alrighty, crafters. Remember, if you are going to get this, you can only order it on the 6th of June, not right now. Right now, this is only for the existing Kit Club members. You have a little time to cancel and then resubscribe. You can cancel by the 4th, resubscribe on the 6th, and then you'll be charged after that if you want to really get all of this, because last month you did something different. But last month, maybe you did the whole thing too, because that whole birthday thing, clap, clap. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.